Hello and welcome to Nurture Academy. Today we are going to learn about some tricks for solving numerical problems in Newton's laws of motion. But in all these problems, we are ignoring the effect of frictional force into the system. So first case we will come across while solving all the numerical problems would be where there will be two blocks of masses m1 and m2 and there will be one force which will be pushing them, and these two masses will be in contact with each other. So trick number one, whenever any body is relaxing on any surface and still we are not considering any sort of friction or something, in those cases please do not try to add the mass, weight of the body. Like usually we will think that weight of the body will be in downward direction and then we will add reaction component R. So this is not required. Whenever a body is resting, that time we just can ignore mg and R. Now second trick is that since two masses are connected to each other, right, same force is pushing them, whether it was one mass or these are two masses, they are kind of same force is required to put the acceleration. So we will use simple Newton's second law of motion. Force is equal to total mass into acceleration, and you can find the acceleration. This is the shortcut method for finding the acceleration. But if you want to find the value of contact force F, whenever two bodies they touch each other, that time some kind of force known as contact force comes into picture, and the direction of this contact force will be like this for both the masses. Now you can write individual equation. For mass m1, force we are putting in this side, contact force is in opposite side. Trick number 2 is that whenever you are writing the equation, always see which side is the acceleration of the body. Since acceleration is in this direction, so that means capital F is greater than small f. That is why the body is able to move. So I will write acceleration wise m1 into a, this is also force, that is equal to capital F minus small f. This is for body number 1. Now for body number 2, acceleration and small force F both are in the same direction. So body number 2, I can write small f is equal to m2 into a. If you see, after solving these two equations also, I will get the same value for acceleration, that is f upon m1 plus m2. So you could have used this shortcut method, but for finding contact force you would have to require to use this method. Now let's see second type of case. In this, these two masses are connected with each other but they are not touching each other, so the contact force is not there, but they are tied to each other with the help of a string. So now there will be tension in the string. If force is in this direction, on this mass the tension is in this direction, on this mass the tension will be in this direction. Okay, again we can use the trick which we used in the previous one, that is total force is anyways pulling these two masses, whether they are tied or they are not tied, they are touching, they are not touching, it doesn't matter, but force is equal to total mass into acceleration. Okay, so you can simply find the acceleration. Now our second task is to find the tension in the string. So as I told, we will write the free body diagram for this mass, we will write the free body diagram for this mass. Free body diagram means we will separate the masses from each other. So for mass m1, acceleration is in this direction. I told always see where the acceleration is. Acceleration will be in the direction where force is. So acceleration is in this direction, tension also in this direction. That is why we write the equation m1a equal to t. Now let's see body m2. For this body, acceleration is in this direction. That means F is greater than T. So I will say M2A is equal to F minus T. Okay. And again, if you notice, by solving equation number 1 and 2, I will find the same value of acceleration, which I could have anyways found by shortcut method. But if you want to find the tension, then you have to write these two equations. Next case we have is when a body is hanging. Now, earlier I told you if two bodies are relaxing on a surface, you will not consider the effect of acceleration due to gravity, that is G. But in this case, these bodies are hanging, so we cannot ignore the effect of acceleration due to gravity. There is a string, that is why there is tension in the string. Remember one more thing, tension in the string always point towards the point of mounting. Means wherever we have tied it, the tension in the string will point towards the point where we have tied the string. That is why tension in this case is also upward, tension in this case is also upward. It has nothing to do with which direction is the motion. So now we will write the equations one by one. M2 is more than M1. As you can see, this is down and this is up. So by logic, obviously M2 must be greater than M1. Now let me see motion of only block M1. As I told, figure out where is acceleration. Acceleration is upwards. So that means tension is more than acceleration due to gravity. That is why I am writing the equation M1A. Just check which side is acceleration. So M1A equal to T1, which is also one type of force, minus M1 into G. This is my equation number 1. Similarly for body 2. Now its acceleration is in downward direction. So I will say M2A equal to. In this case, gravity and tension are in opposite direction. And since gravity is in the direction of acceleration, so definitely M2G would be more than T1. So I will say M2A equal to M2G minus T1. I got two equations 1 and 2. By solving the value of 1 and 2, I can find acceleration of this body is M2 minus M1 by M1 plus M2 into G, and I can also calculate the value of T1. Now, if somebody asks you what is the value of this tension T2, so as you can see, T2 is balanced by 2 times T1. That is why T2 is 2 times T1. Let us try to solve one numerical problem based upon how the various forces acted on a body. Now, see, this is the diagram. Here, one mass M is hanging by the help of some strings. Now, as I told, the tensions in the string to be always where the thing is mounted. So that means T3 is pointing here, T2 is pointing here, and T1 is pointing upwards. Okay, I can make another diagram for T1, T2 and T3 like this. This angle was given to me as 45 degree. As you can see, this line and this line, they are parallel to each other. So this angle and this angle, they are alternate interior angle. So knowing the maths, I know that if this angle is 45 degree, this angle will be 135 degree. Now this visibly, it is visible to me, obvious to me that this angle is already given as 90 degree. Total sum of angles should be 360 degree. So using math, again I figured out this angle is 135 degree. After that, it is actually very simple. I can apply law of sines, that is T1 and opposite angle, sine of 135 degree is equal to T2. Just see this force T2 and its opposite angle, again sine of 135 degree. Then T3 and its opposite angle, sine of 90 degree. Now value of M I already know, that is 50, and G I already know, 9.8 meter per second square. So by filling the values, I can calculate the value of T1, T2 and T3. So this was all about how would you write the component of the force and several forces when they act on the body, how do we calculate the net force. In the next video, we will discuss about how the mass of the body, how the weight of the body changes when it is accelerated upward, downwards, or it is on a slope. Until then, thank you very much. If you like our video, please like, share and subscribe our channel.